Thank God it's Friday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Amaka Fresh in the building.
Yo, that's like why can say yo.
How you doing?
I'm good. So I said I wanted to be on record that Murayo made a promise to me, and she didn't keep that promise to me, and it hurts me deep down in my soul.
Which promise?
You made a promise to me last week about popping something, a part of your body, and you did not, even for one day, Murayo. Okay, did it for just one day. But
it was wearing red lipstick for the whole week.
Mario, I'm heartbroken. I didn't say red. I said like popping colors. She promised me. She didn't keep her word.
Not popping.
Orange. Just know that you've broken my heart.
I will try.
I'm sad. I'm crying. How are you, darling?
Oh my God! Look at
I love your lipstick, by the way.
Oh, you look baby girl for life.
Yeah.
I was at the Yanga Lagos yesterday.
Oh, thanks, baby. Thanks, baby.
No, we support each other.
We saw some
Yes,
things.
Fantastic.
I'll visit very soon too.
Yes, you should. Abigail, how are you?
I'm fine.
Ah, you look like a baby girl tomorrow. What's happening?
Yeah, so
you can't be going home from here. Hanging out with the girls.
Right?
Yeah.
Not sure yet. It's
I'm really a person that enjoy life.
See her now.
You know, once you survive to the next day, you have to enjoy it. Either ways.
Yes.
But I'm glad that we are here today. Coming on Third Mainland Bridge, I saw somebody riding bicycle, and I'm asking myself, it's very early in the morning, it's not bright yet, and then there's somebody right in front of me riding a bicycle, and in my head, any car can knock this guy off. It's how people just throw caution to the wind.
A lone person or multiple?
Just one person. Bicycle. I'm not talking about motorcycle.
And usually I see bicycle riders early in the mornings, but they have like there's a collection of them, about a group of them, and they have people supporting just to protect them.
No,
but
that one for sports, right? This one, I think the person is going to work, and maybe that's his means of transportation. May God bless every person honestly hustling legally to make it in Nigeria.
How you doing, Moyo?
I'm fine, thank you.
I was just very quiet in the mornings like that because when you come in, you just quiet. Like everybody's trying to.
Because I'm reading up on the newspaper. So I was talking to Amaka. I told Amaka some months ago. I said, Amaka, I'm going to be slim like you. I'm going to work on my weight like you. I'm going to no, like.
Are you slim? You're not fat now.
I'm actually 71 kg now.
I'm even bigger than she is.
I moved from 80 to 71. So that
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm
proud of myself. So I've been eating healthy, eating a lot of beetroots, doing, cloves and so many things, portion control.
You look good.
Thank you so much. I feel good.
We are the ones trying to lose weight. You are
no.
I don't understand. You look good. But I love food so much. I adore food. I think food is just a beautiful thing.
Portion control.
Portion, food makes me happy. I light up when I see the spread. Not the swallow spread, the colorful spread. I love it. So we'll try, but I need to be disciplined, just like you said.
Well, you're not fat.
But you can never be something.
It's just to be healthy.
So right now I'm upper 90s. I'm trying to be 85 is my max. I don't want to be. I don't want to be below 85.
I'm not going to say it here.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the paper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with The Nation. I was celebrating yesterday that we have our papers back, but I guess I spoke too soon. Wiki is back on the front pages. Okay, we have the will challenge ADC takeover in court, Kachuku vows. ADC, old wine in new cup, editorial. Tinubu urges Nigerians in St. Lucia to be law-abiding. Imo is pioneering homegrown economic models, Uzodima tells UN Roundtable. Our positions on article-led coalition takeover of ADC by APC, PDP, and others. I'm not sure which stories you guys took because nobody started anything. Okay, I see. First Lady lifts Plateau attack victims with ₦1 billion. Reports of Buhari's critical illness exaggerated, says aid. And NBS, cooking gas price hit all-time high in May. Okay, which story are we taking?
I have the First Lady lift Plateau attack victims with ₦1 billion. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has donated ₦1 billion to support the victims of recent attacks in Plateau State. Mrs. Tinubu, who was visiting Plateau State to show support with the government and people of the Plateau State over the killings and displacement, made the donation through her pet project, the Renewed Hope Initiative. She was received at the airport by Governor Caleb Muftwag and other top governor officials, and she also addressed them at the government house in Jos, where she expressed sadness at seeing the suffering of the victims. And she said it took some time for her to respond, but she wants to assure that this will be the last time she will respond to such situation in Plateau State, and she prays that God will honor this. From now on, it shall be the progress of the state. She said, we women don't fight. Women don't carry arms. So we came here to appeal to the men. Do something to protect us women. Women wants to farm. Do whatever it takes to protect them. Mrs. Tinubu also appealed to all stakeholders to ensure that peace reign in the states.
Okay, so I have the demolition story. The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Lagos Council, has lamented the demolition of a workshop affiliated with one of its member unions, Amalgamated Union of Motor Mechanics and Technicians of Nigeria, at Otumara community at Ebute Emeta by some government officials. So they said that they had come to mark some places in the community for demolition, and they showed, when they came to their workshop, they showed them documentations that they have had this property since September 21, 1980, which was given to them by the late Governor Lateef Jakande, and they showed them that they were legal occupants of the space. But unfortunately, on the 18th day of February, there are some persons came there, some personnel of the Ministry of Fiscal and Urban Planning, they came to issue a 2-day vacation notice on the place. They still showed them their documents that we are legal occupants of this land. And then regrettably on Friday, 7th of March, some groups of people and officers suspected to be Lagos State security personnel and private interests claiming to be acting on the instructions of the Ministry of Fiscal and Urban Planning came and bulldozed and demolished their place, chased them out, chased them away from there, destroyed their source of livelihood. And they refused to listen to them, that their own place was not marked for demolition, that their own part was not amongst it, but they're wondering why this nefarious act was carried out. So they're calling on the governor to intervene on this issue because they've been there for so long. They have the proper documentations and everything, and they don't understand why
so
this has happened to them.
This has happened a few times in Lagos State. So I think we might need to bring in somebody from the Ministry of physical planning to actually come and explain to us what are the reasons why these things happen, and when somebody has a documentation like that, why is it still demolished? So we need a proper conversation on this, and our producers can help me bring somebody to come and talk about it. Let me take the ADC story, because that's the biggest news in Nigeria today, the coalition that's going to take power in 2027. So according to Dumebi Kachukwu, he was the presidential candidate on that ADC platform. He was saying that the takeover was actually created to pave the way for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to have that as a platform for the 2027 presidential election. He was speaking yesterday. He hinted that the coalition defectors' action will be challenged in court. On Wednesday, the ADC chairman Ralph Nwosu had announced that he had stepped down and resigned for former Senate President David Mark to take over. Two others, former Interior Minister Rauf Aregbesola and former Sports Minister Bolaji Abdullahi, are also National Secretary and Publicity Secretary in the ADC party. So Kachukwu is hinting that they might have to challenge this new coalition in court, because according to them, there's a system, there's an internal system on how to bring in new leadership of the party. Nwosu, who championed this new coalition, handed over the party to Atiku, especially when he's no longer the active chairman since 2022. His time had elapsed. So he didn't have the rights to do that. But we'll see how it goes. But we're wishing the coalition the best because, as I said, for democracy to be strengthened, we need a proper opposition. So we'll see how that goes.
So in sports, in Ibadan, they just concluded the Polo Festival for 2025. But right now, in July 21st to 27th, the North is gearing to have its own annual tournament. And as we see, Bauchi, Katsina, Kanu, Yola, and others, they are preparing to host the annual tournaments. I love the fact that this sport, you know, we don't get to talk about polo, cricket, and the rest of them. What we hear mostly is football. But I like the fact that something else is moving to the North that will get them engaged, and we'll see them in other positive lights aside kidnapping and banditry. It's a good one. Okay, let's move on now to the Punch. 2027 showdown. Coalition slams Tinubu as Wike. ADC trade blows. Punch is just being dramatic. Tribute as Eagles legend Rufai dies at 61. Capital projects got only 20% of 25 trillion 2024 spending. Let's find a few human interest stories. Let's see. Victims of Lagos collapse building ignored. Quick notice says official. Residents lament 2-month blackout in Lagos community. Woman bags 5-year jail for human trafficking in Anambra. Okay, which story are we taking in Punch?
I have stray bullet kills 12-year-old boy in Punch. A 12-year-old boy identified simply as Wasiu has been killed by a stray bullet during a cult clash in the Mushin area of Lagos State. It was learned that on Thursday, the incident happened around 8 p.m. in the Olosha area of the community when rival cult groups engaged in a violent confrontation. On Wednesday, it was gathered that Wasiu had gone to buy food from a local vendor, properly known as Iyabeji, when gunshots suddenly rang out. A resident, Amao, told eyewitness that the shooting caused panic in the neighborhood as everyone scampered for safety. According to Amao, the boy was, however, caught in the crossfire while also trying to escape to safety. He said they started hearing sound of gunshots around 8 p.m. and people started running into their homes while business owners closed their shop. Meanwhile, Wasiu was waiting to buy food from a vendor called Iyabeji when he got caught up in the clash. It was while he was also trying to seek refuge that the stray bullet hit him. Another resident also said that Wasiu's body was found lying motionless by the time the situation became calm, and they tried all effort to get him to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital proved abortive as the gate of the facility was shut, while the other entrance was blocked by the cultists. So there was nothing they could do to save the situation. So they are calling on government officials to please help them because this attack has been a long-time attack on the community.
Okay, let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Wetin Dey, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere, so Bobo.
It a job for this side.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make Yanga?
compound wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here.
Nobody better than we, right?
I can always supposed be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe Extravaganza to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Event Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Event Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers and Punch. Let me have Dodo Mayana died yesterday, Thursday. For those of you that don't know, he's the former Eagles goalkeeper. Actually, his real name is Peter Rufai. We grew up knowing him as Dodo Mayana. This is somebody who was a hero to many of us who used to watch football as children. He's over 30 years ago, in 1994 AFCON champion, and he passed on yesterday. Rufai was said to have died in Lagos. In the early hours of Thursday morning. He was a friend of his, midfielder YD Akoni, confirmed that the body of Rufai had been deposited in the Lagos hospital. The NFF described him as a giant of Nigerian football and one of the country's most iconic players. Many of us do remember him. I mean, he was a lifesaver. When I say lifesaver, he was a lifesaver of the Nigerian football at the time. We mourn the passing of the legendary Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai. Ex-Eagles captain Segun Odegbami also said that he knew the goalkeeper was ill, but he's shocked to find out that he passed on. So, I mean, of course, more tributes are coming in. I know the governor of Lagos State also sent his own tributes. This is somebody that I wish that we do better to celebrate our heroes. This is somebody that the youngsters today don't know him. But we now, the millennials, we knew him because this was a hero for us. So it's sad that he died at the age of 61. Brief illness, I don't know what happened. I don't know the circumstances to his death. I just hope we had better care. That Nigeria showed him some love.
Just like wasn't Yakini too that was very sick and abandoned? Do they even have HMO medical attention for the insurance for them after? It's sad. So sad. Victims of Lagos collapsed building ignored quit notice. Officials are saying that the collapsed building at Adeniji Adele Road at Isaleko on Lagos Island, the residents were served quit notice to vacate the building because they saw that the integrity of the building was failing and they needed to leave, but they refused to leave the building until that happened. And according to them, rescue operations came from the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, the Nigeria Police, and other relevant rescue agencies to make sure they handle those situations. But the major thing is they were told to leave and they refused to leave. You know, it's better for you to be homeless or have somewhere you can be safe than die in a building, actually.
Yeah. So a high court sitting in Oka, Anambra State, presided over by Justice Peace Oti, has sentenced a 44-year-old woman, Goodness Daniel, to 5 years imprisonment with an option of a fine of 20 million for human trafficking. I don't understand. For human trafficking, 5 years. Defendant was charged with human trafficking, buying and selling of human beings, contrary to Section 21 of the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015. She was brought before the court by the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, Anambra State Command. Yes, so according to court documents that was obtained, this judgment was delivered on June 27 of 2025. And what is paining me is that she was now also told to pay a fine, to pay 2.6 million as restitution to the victim, to one of the victims. I'm wondering, like 5 years.
She should be beheaded.
And option of fine of 2 million. Why? I saw this story. I am upset.
She sold human parts.
I am mad at this.
I mean, I will never forget the conversation I had with somebody from Rwanda. The guy said that the president, the president in Rwanda, when somebody they caught somebody, an armed robber, they just kill him. Because sometimes there are certain crimes that you should not even, there shouldn't be any kind of restitution.
How? Human trafficking.
Somebody's body.
Buying and selling human parts. Like how dare you, the audacity.
We need to change our
5 million, 5 years.
They saw someone at FCMB trying to steal. The guy they caught at the roof, and people were saying jungle justice, jungle justice. This is why people now want to take laws into their hands, because you're expecting that my child was kidnapped and he didn't come back to me alive, and then you're giving the person 5 years. We need to do well too in our justice system. Daily Sun, very quickly, APC convened South Summit in Edo. Presidency ministers rail against ADC coalition. Let's find other stories. We sold Ibadan Disco for 100 billion naira, says AMCON. NDLA arrests man for importing 414.2 kg cannabis. Lagos Group provides free legal aid to tackle SGBV. And I'm not sure which other stories we have. Senator Kalu Mons football legend Peter Rufai. Okay.
Okay. I have cooking gas price hit all-time high in May. Cooking gas price in the country hit an unprecedented high this year, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. In its latest price watch report, the NBC said that the average price of refilling a 5 kg cylinder of liquefied petroleum gas climbed to 8,167 naira 43 kobo in May 2025, while the 12 kg refill shot up to 20,709 naira 11 naira, both representing the highest cost recorded this year. This marked a 3.57% increase in the 5 kg refill price from 7,885 naira in April 2025 and 2.18% rise for the 12.5 kg refill from the 20,268 recorded in the previous month. The bottom line is it's going high, and I don't know why it's still going high. It's really sad.
Yeah, so there was tension in Abia State because over the weekend, his father and son traveled home to Ugweke community in Bende, local government in Abia State. And the son told the dad that he wanted to go to attend an event at a hotel. And next thing, they sent him a message that a policeman just shot his son. A policeman that came to the community to visit, that came to the same hotel to see his girlfriend, just shot this man. They said he shot him unprovoked. And that until now, that they've reported, the policeman has not been arrested, that they're trying to cover up the incident, and they're calling on the police force that something should be done, because nothing happened, there was no fight, but now they're trying to say that there was a cold war. But they said nothing happened, and he shot this guy. So they want to know that investigations should be carried out. Human life is sacred. The way they shoot people. I don't understand.
Okay, so let me take the story for the asset AMCON. AMCON said that the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria on Thursday confirmed the sale of Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, that's EBEDC, for 100 billion naira. The corporation also accused debtors of undermining the Nigerian economy, alleging that many never intended to repay the loans they secured from various banks. The Ibadan Disco sale made to an undisclosed bidder is a major step in the federal government's ongoing divestment from distressed electricity distribution companies. The people are saying that they need to privatize these distribution companies. So the managing director of AMCON, Bengalade, made the disclosure during a media parley with senior journalists in Lagos. He noted that the transaction, which is part of the federal government's wider power sector reform, will be concluded with the handing over of the IBEDC to the preferred bidder. So, I mean, I don't know. I hope they don't sell Ikeja this question because Ikeja is working.
So what I'm saying here is kudos to Sanwo-Olu. You know the Lubiri housing project. If you're coming from Obalende Third Mainland Bridge. So they want to revive this housing project to bridge the gap in accommodation problem in Lagos State. And so Oga Commissioner for Housing, Mr. Moruf Akinderu Fatai, he said they've gone to visit the site to ascertain the level of construction there, so they know how to pick up from there and make these houses available and affordable to people. We know that this project started some time ago. Was it in the time of Fashola? Ambode, one of the governors, one of them. So this started 20-story building and it was abandoned at some point. And if you look at the location, strategically located in Lagos State, and it should be very nice. I was just going through the Alagbon axis of Ikoyi the other day. I saw those houses abandoned. I'm like, these houses can be converted into something, and then people government can actually make money. It's how a government starts a project and the other one doesn't continue. That's why these projects are left abandoned and dilapidated.
Okay, I think it's Fashola time that started.
That started, right?
Yes. Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. When we come back, once our topic of today, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person, we go give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get force.
If baby not there for her,
na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk through inside.
But for this country, we not say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We not even take responsibility for the children.
Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amaka Rakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Thanks for staying with us. Money, 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 money. So they tell us never trust the loyalty of a poor person. That has been a reference point from time immemorial. It is often said that you cannot truly call someone your friend or your own until they start to make the cheddar, make some money. Many times we hear that attitude and character are products of one's financial status. Today on the program, we want to critically discuss and examine the facts behind these lines. How true are they? What is the connection between a person's financial status and their personality? Call us, send us messages about your own experiences with people who have experienced a change of fortune. Is it that people don't change when they start to make money? Or is it that the weight of expectation that we have don't tend to be patient with them anymore? Anyway, all this we're going to discuss this morning. You can call us on the numbers on your screen. We would love to hear your thoughts. 020-1635, 2013, 0902, 63440. You can also send us messages on X, and also YouTube will be happy to share your thoughts. So, money makes the world go round, and also lets you know the true intentions of people. I know a couple where I think the wife was saying that she doesn't want her husband to have money because she just felt that if he has money, and she's enjoying this nice, humble, quiet guy that is always home. He's there, he talks to her. So she makes money, he makes just enough, and they're okay. She wanted that average lifestyle because she just felt that that's the only way she can secure the faithfulness of her husband. And then she started attending all these conferences, all these events where her mind was changing, and she's like, I got to do more. So she was then making more money, and the husband was not moving forward. And she started thinking to herself, I don't want this guy to know what I know, because if he knows what I know, the kind of money me, because that's when I start worrying about other things, that the real animal inside him will come out. Do you agree with that, or do you think that money just amplifies already what's there? Who wants to go first? Abigail?
Okay, so let me start from this angle. I don't think money is the only thing that makes people change. It's just that because of expectations and because of retrogress so much that they don't want to see beyond realities most times. For instance, we are together, we are both sipping gari in the house, and then maybe I'm like the breadwinner in my family. I have too many things to do with money, and then tomorrow I start making money and you're still there, you're not going up with me. We get to a certain point when, because of the things I am doing or because of the experiences I have less time to even sit down and talk to you again for 10 hours. You now start believing that you don't make money now. You don't begin to forget people way too often at dayhood. Forgetting that sometimes maybe the job this person has to do 9 to 5, by the time the person is back, the person is very tired. And if the person has to go to work the next day, the person still has to find a way to prepare for the next day. Sometimes it's not just money. I believe that people don't just change because of money. I believe that most friendships, when it's been solidly built, not on money, even when the money comes, you just see yourself growing together without expectations. Of course, I have friends who maybe we don't talk all the time. They know that we don't talk all the time. There were times when we would sit down and talk like our lives depended on it. But now they know that, okay, it's not because she's here, or it's not because she's somewhere, that's why she's not talking to me. And they understand. Not many people understand this, actually. Let me learn my thought there.
Okay, so I don't think money changes people. I just believe that it amplifies who they are. It reveals who they truly are. And that's why people always say, there's this adage where they always say that never trust the humility of a poor man, right? Because most times he's that way or she's that way because of the circumstance or because of what they're trying to get out of somebody. But that's been said. It's obvious, like the woman already knows who her husband, she already knows who her husband is, his character. That he has a certain character flaw that if money comes into play, it's going to amplify that character flaw that she believes that he has, right? And that's why she's scared that she doesn't want the husband to make much more than he's actually making. And then sometimes you find out that it's not even on the person that has now made the money. It's it's now on the people that are perceiving or having certain expectations of you, or whoever it is that has made that money. So let me give an example. I went to Houston sometime last year to see my friend, and then later in the year, another friend of mine now calls me up and says that, that she was in Houston the same time as I was, practically almost in the same neighborhood. And I said, why didn't you reach out? Because, I'm a very lively and very friendly person. Why didn't you reach out? Let's do something. And she said, no, that she and another friend of ours were just saying that, I know, your level, where you are, where we are from school days is different. So we just didn't even want to call you. Or they started putting the burden on me, right? And everything. And then I paused and I told her, like, you have a problem. You have a problem. Like, at what point did you start making such distinction and start feeding such thoughts that you're putting it on me? You knew I was around. All you needed to do was call me. So don't put it on me. You need. I thought I said you need to deal. I thought I said you have a problem. You need to deal with the problem and don't put it on me. Because so life is funny how people perceive other people. But does money change people? No, I believe it amplifies. And you also need to realize that when people make money, something is making them make that extra money. Either they're working more, they've now gone to a different sector, they're now maybe in a different social circle, different environment. So even if you're moving with that person, you also need to try to upscale. Yeah. You also need to try.
Don't force me to upskill. No. I'm sorry. I don't want to upskill. I want to stay where I am.
No, I mean in the circumstance where the person is complaining.
Let me explain it. So you and I are friends. And I think it's similar to what we talked about yesterday, a couple of days ago. Both of us live in, let's say, maybe K2, right? And then you got a job in Lekki and you moved, and then the job gave you an apartment, you have a new car, and I'm fine and comfortable in K2. Now, so now you're now hanging out with your friends because now you have a new community of friends in that area. And after work, you guys do stuff. Now, my work is in Ikeja, close to me. Now, the truth is that I don't want to go over that area is not my immediate area of needs. So I don't go to the island often. Now, but because you have a new circle of friends, I don't see you often. Now, what you were saying is that the perception is that now that you're living on the island, and we can't be friends anymore, that problem is on me. Because I'm the one thinking that because you have gone doesn't mean that you don't want to be friends with me. But there's also that reality that me here in K2, I must accept that my friend is no longer here. Because we always make it look as if it's the friend's problem for growing. She's no longer there. The reality is that you cannot expect her to also continually be in that, because she has to now have a new community of friends based on her work and the expression of her work. So is that conversation I want us to have, is that why do we blame people for change when it's part of the reality of their lives? I don't know, I don't know if you get me, but let me come to Moyo. What are your thoughts on this?
I just feel like money doesn't make someone good or bad. It just brings out your true inner self, finds your true self, your what is actually in your heart is actually what I feel. Like, I know that some people work hard for their money, and when they have that mindset of being poor at that point in time that they are poor, they are more quiet because they feel they don't have the confidence to mingle or say what they truly want to say. But at the end of the day, money reveals people. If you are actually a kind, generous person in real sense, even if you are poor, I feel you will remain the same way when you are rich. But when you have your selfishness, there are so many people that I know that they are poor, but they have this entitlement, then how do you expect those people when they become rich to be nice or to show themselves when they can't even show themselves properly or nicely when they are poor? So I just feel that money actually reveals the real you. So once upon a time, I had an uncle who was very poor, and when he became rich, he started using goat spawn. You can't use his goat spawn. You can't eat the food he's eating. You can't, like, you can't sit where he's sitting. So I'm not like, okay, like, I was amazed, like, this is somebody that could not even afford the bar soap before. But grace found him. So a lot of people just take that grace as, like, you won't get there, and they belittle other people. Maybe because they work real hard for it, because it depends on the kind of wealth we're even talking about. There are wealth of saying, I worked hard for my wealth, and there's wealth of inheritance.
Moyo, that thing you just said, when I say you work hard, see, there's a phase, when I say you work hard.
Old money, new money.
No, not even that. You see, when I was going through a phase recently, and I was struggling to get some things. And I was telling myself, now I know why people who are up there, they don't hang out with us, people like us. They stay their lane. Because that work, that hard work, they used to get there. All of us were not there when they were struggling. All of us were not there to support them. I was trying to raise certain things, and I was like, I was struggling. I was trying to call every dog, and it was difficult. And I was telling myself, hey, Mariah, if you get this thing done, the way I will remove myself from everybody, because I will seclude myself, including your view. I will seclude myself, because it is hard to really be in that closet when you are desperately in need. So I can understand when someone says, listen, I made this money, I did this thing, I want to now pick and choose who I think can enjoy this with me, or who I think I can relate with. I don't need to be in that circle again.
But I'm so sorry, do we have are we also to blame when we look, for example, now we look at you that you are a billionaire, then we look at it and say, oh, she's stingy, she's like, we give this orientation already, this name to people that are rich, even though those rich people are humble people, but from afar we're already judging them by their riches.
Okay, so they are snobbish people. This thing Moyo said is what my father raised me with, and it's taking me years to unlearn it, because my father believed that every rich person was a thief. Everybody who had money, oh Lenny, he must have stolen money. Which manufacturing organization does he have that he produced that has the kind of, my father will be trying to calculate, understand this person is a thief. Like to him, unless you show him the workings, and he can know the workings.
And you know when that happens?
So that affected me growing up, because it didn't give me that drive to want to excel or to make money.
Do you know why that happens? Most of the time, not your father now, some people use that as an excuse to stay lazy, to say, okay, I have tried my best. This person is a thief. So I was going to say some things. The example of the husband, the woman you were saying, she was praying that her husband doesn't get rich. It could be that those things he was doing was just doing it to pass time. It's not him. Deep down, if you ask him, he doesn't want to do it. He just wants to do something. But he's just doing it at the time to pass time. Now, some people's expectation can drain you. They will drag you.
Yeah.
If you don't know, okay, we are going on a break. When we come back, I'll complete.
No, please, I'll let you finish.
Okay, so some people will drain you. People who are financially intelligent will tell you that once you get there, there are certain things you will always say no to. Because if you keep saying yes, 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 you see yourself dragging yourself down. Let me use myself for a minute. I can get a deal and I'm seeing the money. It's quite a lot of money. And then by the time I finish doing this one, that one, and I'm asking myself, so where's the money? And then I'm looking for the next set of money. So if you're not cautious, they will drag you down to that level. And once you're down, you will stay down. Nobody stays up. The reason why a lot of persons feel like, okay, you don't grow now, you don't leave me, is because you don't match me anymore. What can you do for me? Okay, I have this project I have to accomplish. What can you do to make us grow together? You don't have it. Our career paths are different. Okay. I'm in the media, you're a bricklayer. How do we work together? If I have a job... Okay.
Let me go on a short break. When I come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Eje, can you close the show?
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another. For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
This is. That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person you see us? What is his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your View empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 83.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still discussing our matter. Abigail was going to finish up.
Yes, I was going to finish up with, you know, they say something about life. In life, they use the tree analogy. there's the roots, people who are like roots in your life. Those people are deeply planted wherever you go. However you go, you will still come back and meet those people. We have those people. There are people that are just like there for a season, like leaves and branches. A time will come when it's rainy season, the friendship will blows up. When it's dry season, the leaves will drop off. So we should learn to know that people are there for a reason. There are people that will stay and there are people that will go. People outgrow friendships. People outgrow relationships. Now imagine me staying in, you staying in Songwater and I'm staying in Lekki doing my job. If I was staying with you in Songwater before I moved to maybe Lekki, it would be hard for me to go back to Songwater and be visiting you. And with time and distance, you see that it starts fading. It's natural. So what they tell you is, when you're down here, somebody is up. Don't look for a way for the person to come down. Look for a way to step up to where the person is. That way you're actually helping yourself and helping the person who is there.
Okay, so for starters, I don't believe that distance...
Oh, sorry, let me pause. You have a call. Okay. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. You're live.
There is a notion I want to correct. My name is Ibrahim from Abado.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
There is a notion I want to correct from what Morayo just said now. You see, during your father's period, there is a lot of integrity at play. And people don't just count anybody to just bring money that is so rich is to be rich. They have not seen what that person has really done. The difference now is because people just accept anybody that comes with money. And that is why we see all this decadence in the society now. In his own date, if you cannot show what you are doing, you cannot tell us you are rich.
Okay.
So the difference is so clear, and that is why we're having all this problem now. People showcasing rich, wealth, and all this, and you cannot locate what they're doing.
Okay.
So during your own father's period, a lot of integrity. If you are not a man of integrity, nobody will respect you in the community. Bring a car home, your parents will question you how you get it. But now you bring a car home, your parents will celebrate, not minding where you get it. And that is why we have all these problems up and down now. You will see a boy of 14 years building houses, being helped by parents to monitor it. But what is the source of the income? Nobody will know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm still going to answer what he said, but let me finish with her. So for me, I don't believe that distance should affect any form of friendship, if there's true friendship there. I don't care that I'm staying in Lekki and you're staying in some other place in Ikorodu, right? Because if we want to talk, my sister is my best friend and she doesn't live in Nigeria, and I talk to her every day.
You can afford it.
I even spoke to her like yesterday. I was working. She called me. I said, "I'm working. I'll call you back." When I woke up, I saw that she had sent me a message. Are you asleep? We communicate every day. If you want to communicate with somebody, it doesn't matter wherever they are. The truth is that we grew up with some people, and then by the grace of God, if the Holy Spirit has given you the spirit of discernment, even when you do not have, you know the people that wish you well, the people that are suckers, like the people that have a certain kind of jealousy. You know, it has nothing to do with wealth or not. And then you now find out that when you upscale, you consciously want to drop those type of people. You don't want them around you. First, that's an unconscious thing. It has nothing to do with wealth or money.
Okay.
Then secondly, right? Why is someone putting the burden of someone being rich on the person? For example, why do you want to put the burden of me being rich on me? Did I print my bank account and come and show you that I'm rich? You sit down there and assume that, oh, this girl, she looks good, she's beautiful, she must have money. And then you start having certain expectations, and when I can't meet those expectations, it becomes a problem. Did I tell you that I'm rich? Did I print my bank account? Did you see my bank account to know whether I have money? Do you understand? So sometimes there's so much assumptions when it comes to friendship and family and expectations. When you don't actually, you're calling someone rich, how do you know they're rich?
The person is rich. True.
The person can be squatting somebody in Lekki.
I don't understand.
Or can be managing the, and you're just as
God just bless them with good skin.
And then they're fresh. And you're not saying they have money.
Let me take Cecilia, come to me. Good morning, Cecilia. Maka, you can't tell me you are rich. Leave that one. Cecilia,
no problem.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Are you there? Where you're going?
This money safe, eh? There's a cartoon that I watched over Jerry movie. Money is such a beautiful word. I know. So I just feel like money can create problem. A lot of people, if they make their money by themselves, they can become stingy, selfish, inconsiderate. Now, Abigail mentioned having a friend. I'm not like, okay, if we look at some celebrities and superstars, they always remember their humble beginning. So no matter how rich you are, you need to also still remember your humble beginning. Those people that were there to also support you in your time of need. Whiskey sang, you know, Joe Elegba, I know my story. Daddy Shoke to sang Ajegunle. He was proud to mention it. So if I was your friend and I was supportive of you when you are low, even if I was living in Ajegunle, when you don't hammer, you are supposed to carry me along with you. Not saying we are at different levels now. I cannot be coming to Ajegunle because I stay in Lekki or stay in VI or stay in wherever you feel that is higher than I am. You're supposed to be there for me. Somebody that has been there for you. That means deep down, you never even really loved me.
What's your definition of support? What makes you feel that your support is, I actually saw it as support? What is your definition of support?
Support is not for you to give me money. Support is for you
if you assume that you're supporting me, but me, I'm not saying that thing that you're doing as support. I'm saying what you're doing as that you're stressing me.
No, you are living
me.
For example, you are living in my house. You did not have breakthrough. You are living in my house. You ate my food. We drank Gary together. Probably ate eba without any meat or anything in it. Then God now blessed you because God has way of blessing people. God now blesses you. You now feel that you are too much more than me because some people do that. I know that some people have entitlement benefits. I know.
Okay.
So maybe that's why you are
this
scared.
call. Saeed, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Saeed.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mariah. I'm the first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Now, my own opinion is, yes, when you have money, you change. Those changes are normal.
Okay.
Those changes are normal. Just like when a woman gives birth to a new baby, somebody who has not given birth before, at the moment you give birth, there will be changes in your body. The same thing with money. When you have money, you change. Where you are living now, you don't want to live there, but because you don't have money, you want to live. You are staying there because you don't have money. The moment you have the money, you just live. So those changes are just normal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to say something. Okay,
yes, go ahead.
You know that there are actions that can be very discouraging. I have some set of people on my contact list that the only time they call me is when they want to ask for money. They were friends from old and they were good to me at some point. And me, I don't withhold goodness from people, even people I don't know. So, but there's this person that every time you see his call is for money. So whenever I see his call, I just know this person wants to ask for money and he never disappoints. So at some point, I'm like, this person was good to me in the past, but I don't like this thing he's doing. You don't call me only to ask. You don't call me and ask, how are you? Are you okay? Have you done well? You just believe because you're seeing my status, I have all the money. You could even be calling me the day I don't have money. And most of the time, when you call, I send you 5K or 10K, you'll be looking at me like, okay, what's this? You don't know that 5K and 10K you've given to like 3 or 4 people is taken from your salary. So those kind of friends, will you tell me that I will start looking back, okay, you don't get money now, you want to forget people that. So I feel that these people, activities, and there are people you can't help, I'm sorry. There are people who just have that mentality that, I don't see you as multi-care, because I buy jam form for you, you go school, now you go train all my children. People are like that.
That's the reality.
My child is sick, now you. Hospital bill, now you. And then the day you say no, they say, and I mean buy jam from. That thing that is even doing, say, is me that sets the foundation. Those mentalities tell me if you want to continue as a person.
Fantastic. Let me take this call. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, lady.
Good morning, sir. Yes.
I will just do this in a few seconds. Does money change people? The answer is yes. And how does that happen? Money will change you to who you originally are. When you don't have the money, you'll be pretending to be that person you are looking like when you don't have the money. But you know inside of you, there is something you are. So if I want to go real, I will just tell you, the money will just bring out the original you. The poverty state is not bringing out the original you. You are pretending in poverty. So anybody who has a genuine intention for life, From any state you find yourself, you are who you are. If you make money, it doesn't change who you are. When I mean changing who you are, maybe we need to also draw a line to say, what is this changes? Is it about packing away from where you were living to another place? I don't think those are the changes that money can cause. The changes we are talking about is class. If you look at some people, they don't have value where you are anymore because you have moved. So in that case, I would say such a person has been pretending. He's not even comfortable with those people.
Thank you, Francis. I don't even think it's pretense, because the truth is that a lot of us don't know who we really are. You've not met the real you until you have some money. Because some of us, you think you're good, you think you're a kind person. Oh, I'm a nice person. When money gets in your hands, you now realize, okay, maybe I'm not as nice as I thought I was. So sometimes it's not as if they're pretending. They themselves haven't truly discovered who they are. I have to wrap up with this topic, but go ahead.
I wanted to answer her when she was talking about like when someone becomes rich and they become selfish or stingy. You know, a giver is a giver, whether they are poor or wealthy. You understand? Someone that will have 10 naira and they are willing to share the 10 naira with you. And when they become wealthy, it amplifies their giving. A giver is a giver. It has absolutely nothing to do with money.
Okay, I have to wrap up with this. I mean, I think this has we've done a good job with this topic, but let me wrap up with Mr. Tijani's comment. He said, yes, sister, I have a personal experience on what you're discussing. True friends reveal themselves when they are no longer in need of benefits deriving from your friendship. I have learned this the hard way, especially with the 2 childhood friends I helped settle in the UK while I was in England in 2001. I provided opportunities, support, and guidance just as I would for myself. However, once they stabilized and gained their footing, their true colors emerged. They betrayed our friendship, showing that their loyalty was conditional on the benefits they received from me. It's a painful realization, but I've come to understand that some people are fair weather friends, only sticking around as long as they need you. Now, I prioritize nurturing relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine affection. You see, what he said did something, opened something to me. Let us be real with ourselves. In life is a journey. There are some people you meet at the early stages of your life. They will not come to the second or third or fourth stage of your life.
Exactly.
And they came there for a reason. So maybe this person speaking say that God brought you there to help those people. Now, they might not be your friend afterwards because you've done the assignment God has given to you. But where they might repay you back might be through the children. You might not even know about it, but you have sown a seed. So sometimes when friends, the issues we have, because when we do good for a friend, or you just when you bought your jam form, you expect that person owes you almost for life, and it shouldn't be. You've sown that seed, let the person go. If that seed will germinate, it might not be through that person directly, it could be through their seed, it could be through a circumstance. Something can happen in future where that seed will speak for you. But the moment you are demanding, then every blessing that God could have restored for you, you are taking it already. You're already taking it by yourself. When you allow that thing to germinate, and when you most need that thing, God will let that thing speak for you in future. So as friends come in various weather, in various seasons of our lives. But let us understand what it is. And you're my friend today because you're a lady of your view. If I leave your view today, Abigail, I may not call your number again. Not because I don't like you, not because we're not friends, but I might not, because your view brought us together. Unless we are intentional about building that A-B relationship, then we can have a friendship after your view.
Let's not throw that word anyhow, friendship. Sometimes people are not your friends. They are just there, your colleagues, your neighbor, that you have something working for you. That word friendship is what we throw around all the time. Now, for the comments this our listener, viewer said, it could be, most times when people go abroad, you think that they are having it all rosy. What if the person is actually battling with life? What if the person hasn't settled in? What if the person has somebody that is choking him and he has to offset? I tell people, be careful with these expectations. Don't sit here and think that you know what is going on, even with your family member, because you don't know what they're going. I put myself in the shoes because sometimes you're asking me for money, you think I have it. Maybe I just bought something. You think, oh, she has the money, now I can act. And maybe that's the last money I used. Do you understand?
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, let's stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Bobo.
Gen Z, it a joke for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make Yanga?
Come to Wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here.
Nobody better than we, right?
How can I whispers be that? Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of money, because how money destroys friendship, relationships, and even the expectations people have of their friends and loved ones who are rich, quote unquote. Mark has also told us that you can't say you know somebody is rich. You've not seen their bank account, but because they choose themselves and they look good, you assume, and Amaka is very wealthy. I see you look pretty, and like, this girl has money. Yeah, send me $10,000. Shasha. And she's wondering where we're going to get the money from. But let me let you jump in here. You can't tell me anything. You are rich. What? See how they bring on your body.
Help me. So the thing is this. Okay, so I want to ask you a question, right? So Mario, you know how society has told us that we should prioritize our self-growth.
Mental health,
yes. Self-growth. You should put you, it's a form of self-care. Okay? Yes. Because I want better for myself, no problem. Then they also said that, I don't know who said it, that when you're in a group or in a circle and you're the highest person there, it's time to go because you're stunting your growth. You need to go to another place where you're the smallest so that you can grow and grow again.
Speakers has
That's another one. Yeah. So Maria, I want to ask you people this question. So if I have a circle of friends where I'm the person that has the money.
Yes.
I'm the person that is giving and helping everybody. I'm the person that when it comes to business, they will call me and drain me from morning till night.
Now, I usually get that question.
So after all this, I'm the one that is, I'm the friend that is, in fact, I'm the one that everybody looks up to. That's
you have connections.
I have connections. Now me with everything. Maria, please, what will you people advise me in this kind of friendship? So as my mother, friend, anything, what will you advise me?
Let me put on the cap of Obiajulu Ugbo. It's not me speaking, this is BC speaking. you will need to find, you will still keep your friends, no doubt about it, but you do that, you need to find a new circle of it, because they tell us, not just Obiajiri, I mean, other people say that you have to, once your circle is not what's the word they use, is not serving you, it's time for you to find a new circle. Because the truth is that people are likely to pull you down to that level. And everybody's aspiring. They also want to leave that circle and come to your own circle. So everybody needs something to aspire to. So it's important for you to leave that circle. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't have that responsibility or love towards them. Because your personal growth and career is different from your circle of friends, I think.
So show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. So for you to be in a circle of 5 people, you may not all have 10 billions in your account. I'm sure the kind of friends you have, they are not the ones that all you sit and talk about is gossip people. So in your circle of friends, you have there's something called social capital. So where money is lagging, this person can be your prayer partner. This other person can be the one that gives you the financial advice. This person can be the one who knows one way or a shorter way for you to do it. That you think you have outgrown your friends. It shouldn't be monetary. Wealth shouldn't be based only on money, because you have other things that there are people that you can
value
call.
They bring to the table.
Like somebody in this TVC now, he doesn't like me calling his name. I just called him and things happened. What I could have spent like 200K or more money, he just made a phone call and it happened. That kind of person, you will not say, okay, because you see him in a certain type of way, he's not driving the latest car and all that, he's no longer serving in your people. If you have a circuit, a close circle you call friendship, I think you should be talking about, like the kind of friends I have. We don't sit down to talk about people. We're talking about, okay, I just finished from nursing school, I'm doing this in my farm and this. Okay. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Let me take Odunayo. Come to you, Muyo. Odunayo, thanks for calling. You're live.
So I would just say true success humbles is supposed to humble, but money actually feeds the soul. Money feeds the ego, not the soul. So I want a situation. Please let me quickly do the disclaimer before I move on with my thoughts. The people that used to think that because we are on TV, we are acting, we are shaking it on, we are a beg. I remember giving somebody 40K to travel, and the person says, "Is this all? Is this all?
40,000.
Like, please, I'm tired. Let me just put it on national TV. I beg. Disclaimer: it's no, we have a life.
See you now.
I know they do that one. Please,
why would you give someone 40,000 naira? What is wrong with you?
No, the person needed it for transportation.
Amaka, you alright? 4,000 is a lot of money.
400,000. What is 40,000?
You see, all like the attitude.
So number. Let me
no problem. So I just feel like according to what Amaka said, I just feel like the person that you are, we actually always still manifest itself. Sometimes we suppress it by the state or the situation that we are at the moment. But when we now get the blessing that we have,
when you're talking, I just remember something. A friend invited me out to lunch. No, I invited, so we wanted to go for lunch together. So Shana said, oh, I should come to a restaurant that she picked. And I said, no, come to the restaurant that I picked. So we kept going back. I said, this is my own favorite restaurant. She said, oh, she has her own favorite restaurant. Eventually, we decided to go to my own favorite restaurant. And she came, and both of us were there. So by the time it was time to pay the bill, of course, I was willing to pay the bill. Like, she now said, how much is it? She now saw the figure. I said, oh, no wonder you like it. It's so cheap. Their food is so nice. Their food is so cheap. In my mind, I'm like,
she spends in dollars, I'm sure.
But is the food good? The food was really good. And she also acknowledged it was really good. But the point she was trying to make was that you need to come to my own kind of restaurant. Now, to help my own mental health, I said, no, this restaurant, I can vouch for this restaurant. So anytime you and I are going to meet, you will come to my, I refuse. Because I am not ready to go and taste that because you told me the figure of one plate in that restaurant. I understand it. I appreciate it in you. When you and your own friends go for that restaurant, you can pay. But me, Morayo, as I am, I cannot be put under that kind of pressure. So as long as it is me you're talking to, you're going to have it. You will come to my restaurant. We will have lunch and we'll enjoy it. Exactly. When I feel I am at that level that I can pay this kind of figure for one plate of food, maybe I can consider coming to your restaurant. But I'm not going to allow you force me into your circle. So sometimes we must know who we are, and we must be content with where we are. And our friends must understand we are still friends. But my friend must understand that I'm not willing to come that route. It doesn't mean that I'm less of a person.
Does it now? Does it? Please, I have a question. Does it also boil down to the learning? Because I know that every child is supposed to have a learning year. Like, it will define who you are, who your personality should be, how humble you should be, especially if your parents taught you that way. Now, earlier on, you said your dad orientation, it took you a long time for you to unlearn it. So at the end of the day, what I want to ask is that if truly you've been taught humility from the get-go, from your parents at a young age, no matter how successful you are, no matter how rich you are, would you still remain humble?
Wait, I need to take this call. I need to ask that question. The caller waiting. Good morning, Buki. Thanks for calling your life.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, Victory, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, like your topic speaks. Money actually changes the have within born ego. Do you understand? But if you have these humanitarian features within you, I don't think you need to showcase anything, because though I know fully well, people that work hard and for their money find it very difficult to just give out like that, except they see that you have a project that is comprehensive and that will have an impact in the society. But if it doesn't have those kind of projects, just a giveaway, nobody wants to work for a hard-earned money and just give it away like that. But if a friend comes around you and you see that the project is putting across to you is profitable and will have an impact in the life of that person, why don't you go ahead and do that? So I don't really think money changes people like that. Okay. Except if you have this inborn ego, that's when money changes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I want to ask that question. Okay. I didn't get it. I was being distracted.
Okay.
What's the question?
I said in summary, when we grow, we're supposed to be taught love, humility, humbleness. No matter how successful we become, we're supposed to have this personality trait in us if our parents are good and taught us right. So if you become successful later on in life, is money still supposed to humble you, make you have humility?
Yes.
Interesting. Who wants to answer
so let me answer you. Being humble is amazing. Humility is everything. Do you understand? But then don't
flaunt it.
No, don't let humility deter you from growth and being foolish or let people take advantage of you. Let me give an example. So in secondary school, I was that child that I didn't like to eat, right? I'm not, people always see me around food, plenty, but I don't eat. So I had plenty provisions, different lockers and stuff. So, and I had friends that were living in Lagos, which was a bit far, and the parents didn't used to visit them. So everybody was eating from me, okay? I don't have problem. But then there are just one or two things, I like to snack. There are just one or two things that I'll take out for my own self. I'll keep for my own self. You can have every other thing. But then some of those friends will still go and take that one that I'm giving you every other thing. That particular one I've kept for myself. You still want to take that from me, even knowing that I don't eat, right? And then and in situations like that, you have to put your foot down and say, no, even if I'm this person, I'm not going to let you take it, because I've not heard later that they even think that I'm a mumu just to see me as saying this one a mugu. So don't let people put you in that category that you're humble. But you need to put your foot down when it matters, so that those people don't think that they're taking advantage of your humility. Because they feel that you have more than them.
Humility is not stupidity. Humility is not timidity.
Yes.
So when they tell you to be humble, you don't come into a room full of people who are hungry and you start flaunting the food. Oh, I had food in Japanese restaurant, all those. That's the insensitivity. But if you're humble, you come to a room, everyone is soaking gari, you forget the 10 billion in your account, take spoon and eat. You were there before. You relate with them like humans first, before all that. I was going to say, the example you gave us, Mariah, of your friend and all that, sometimes we should, friendship is about showing the trueness of your personality, your vulnerability, your successes, everything. So sometimes the reason we have this crack or gap in friendship is when it's always one-sided. When you said, okay, you went to the restaurant, you said, you must come to my own restaurant too. Yes, we know that you want to preserve your money, but there are friends that you can say, okay, let me try what you have there. There was a time when if they told me I will count 200K or something more to buy something for myself, I'll say, no, 3-5 is too much, I cannot use. But you get to that stage because of the kind of friends you have. You can aspire. Some friends aspire, make inspire you to aspire.
Absolutely. So I get that. I was doing it for myself, my own mental health. I didn't. It's not because she did anything wrong. I had, as I said, I loved it for her. I admire. I've seen pictures in that place, and I know she loves it. But me, Mariah, I know myself. If I try, because I love food. If I go there once.
Okay, I get it.
It's self-preservation. I know my limits. I know what I can do, and so I don't want to test it.
Feel bad that you said
absolutely.
that.
That's why she knows that you understand.
They can be real with each other.
I find out that their food is good. I will spend that money, and I don't have, and I'm not rich enough to spend that kind of money.
And you should respect in friendship. You should respect people. I respect people that put their cards on the table and they're honest to me, and I know where I stand with them at every point in time. Then that you come with me to that restaurant and then you're grumbling, and then you got me complain that this was your last money, or that why you had other priorities. I used it to eat because you're trying to make me happy. No, put the cards on the table, and then if I want to pay for both of us, and I say, I want you to come and experience this, and I'm going to pay for it, and it's all good. But let me know where I stand with you at all times.
Let's give you comments on social media. There's something concerning this humility that I wanted to address with Moyo, because I hear you. You know, we're all raised with that. Be humble. You know, when Mark Zuckerberg came to this country, he was in T-shirt and walking around the Yaba. Look at all the billions of dollars he has, and yet it was. So we understand the place of humility, and that's how we were raised. But I think the real learning that we are trying to do, with a lot of coaches are trying to tell us now, is that even though we are raised this way, the truth is that the life is for those who are rugged, who are fierce. So in being humble, but also we are trying to encourage young people that you need to go out there and fight for what belongs to you. So humility is important, but at the same time you must balance it such that you have enough fierceness for the kind of, because I think it was Pastor Balaji that was saying recently, talking about one tribe over the other tribe. It's not because one tribe is better than the other tribe, but just saying there's a tribe that is somewhat raised to just let's respect. Let us be understanding. There's another tribe was raised that you are your own God, you are your own, you have no master, you are the Lord. You can enter any country, you can conquer, you can be successful, nobody can stop you. So you take a bit from that, you take a bit from here, and then you find a balance. And I think that's what the entire message is. We have to wrap up with this. Any comments?
Hafik's word said you must drop some friends if they are not adding value to your life. Value is not money. And then can we unpack that for a second? Dropping some friends. And I think Abigail said that earlier. You see, there are different kinds of friends. The good, the bad, the ugly. And everyone has the value. Even the ugly is teaching you certain things that you are not going to understand until maybe in future. You can have a friend who does some really ugly things to you, and because of that friend, you cut it off. But that's a lesson. Your experience with that person is a lesson that will help you and prepare you for the future to know and how to spot this kind of thing. So everybody has a role to play. So let's not say discard. You can discard because you don't want them to come and destroy what God has blessed, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a value they bring to your life. Let us see it differently. Sometimes they're not bad people. They just don't align with your values.
Exactly. Yeah, and exactly what Dami Ebik said here. She said it's a natural thing. You evolve, and sometimes not all friends will evolve with you.
So we have to wrap up now. I think that's all we can take on this segment. But in a nutshell, don't let money destroy your friendship. You know, money is important. Money is a means of livelihood. It's something that we all hope to have. But at the same time, let it not destroy family relationships and the essence of our being. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guests to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously. This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
this place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people! With Glovo, you've got the city at your fingertips. Craving fried chicken or smoky jollof? Order on Glovo. Running low on toiletries? Glovo's got you. Track the rider as your order makes its way to you. Download Glovo. Order anything you want and receive it in minutes.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to sus? What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up.
we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. TVC Entertainment for pure entertainment.
Thanks for staying with us. So, unfortunately, our guest is yet to be here. We're hoping she can come in as soon as before the show runs out. But in the meantime, we'll continue with our previous topic because there's still quite a bit of angles we've not discussed. For example, there's an angle that a successful person enjoys the fact that all his or her friends are not as successful as them. So they like to be the one that gives them, the giver's hand is always on top. So they like that their friend, maybe their classmate from school, comes around and please give him 100,000 naira. And that one comes in, maybe their childhood, the neighborhood friend. Oh, you need help, give them 200,000 naira, you know? So we love that where you are the one on top because you don't want to show the way to the others because you enjoy being the person that everybody comes to. You know, when there's family meeting, you are the child, even though you're the last born. But the one they call, everybody calls, we've not heard from John. We cannot start the meeting because he's so you would like, you don't want to employ or empower your family members because you want to remain the person that everybody comes to. That is another angle that we've not talked about because people will say, can you blame him? He doesn't want them to pull him down now. So go and make your own money. He found his way. You need to go and find your own way. What do you say to that?
So okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I call that kind of person I got that bachurose. Like I said, now you be the hindrance in other person's life. Because it's one thing.
When I was making my money, you're not there.
So Morayo, you know, it's sweet, say I get, you get. You see, there's this song that I've been listening to recently for so long. This of a song where he says, say I no say life is sweet, or say that they do contribution that they add for group until I can't touch money. Say good, say you get, I get. So when they drop location, I go come, you go come. We go begin to enjoy. Things go to happen. You understand? So to be nice, say I get, you get. And if I have, and I can show you the way, you see, there's enough for everybody. There is enough. Well, if they tell only Yanga Lagos, if they tell all the shops in Lekki Phase 1 to close, they tell only Yanga Lagos deal for 1 week. We cannot. It will not. How? It will not be possible. We will not be able to sustain. What am I trying to say? Some people just are wicked. I call those people witches and wizards. Because why are you friends with someone that is trying to impede your growth? So this kind of thing, those other friends have to pray for spirit of discernment to see that even though this person is helping me and giving me handouts, they are giving me fish, but they are not teaching me how to feed. I also have those kind of some friends that are really good at and culture that and at pretending that they let you feel like, oh, there's this deal, or I know this person that wants to help you. Come, let's go. You feel like this person is always introducing me to people or to opportunities. But then you keep wondering, why is it not clicking? Because some people still go behind and tell the people that this person does not have, she's my friend, but she doesn't have the capacity.
That you help a friend to get something, they get it, and they now use that thing against you.
True.
And they work so because you bring them closer to you because you want to help them.
They take it from you.
And then they come close to you. They now know who your connections are, who your sources, and then they go straight to your sources and try to take you away from where you are actually benefiting from. It happens. That's why so people who say, I beg, stay your lane, make me stay. It's not because they don't want you to grow, because they have also learned through experience that if you show the way to these people, they will be the one to knock me off.
They'll take the bread, they'll take the bakery, they'll take the flour, everything.
Because they can actually be better baker than you.
Yes.
Yeah,
because they have the capacity to be a better baker. So when they now get to that bakery, they will definitely buy off the bakery. And you're a mini baker, you're getting by. But they have the capacity and they take you off. So that's also a fear that people have.
I believe some people are so poor, all they have is money.
Yes.
That's the only thing they have, money. Take away that money from them, there's nothing else. So I feel the reason a person will have the means to elevate another person and hold back is just pure wickedness. The person is not a good person. And there are people who want to be the ones that you shout, Baba Twale, should I come there? Hey, the center of attraction and attention. There are people that they just want to be the one that, have you seen the car this person, So those kind of people, I don't think they're just not good people.
Right.
It's not because...
Unfortunately, we have to stop here because I'm told our guest is here.
Okay.
So it's important for, let us give her time because she's been here now. So let us give her time. Let's go on we have to wrap up on this. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guest. Stay with us. We have to wrap up.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to our Haka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brand, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sachet, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Thanks for staying with us. So early childhood education lays the foundation for a child's future success, shaping their cognitive, social, and emotional development. It is a critical period of learning that goes beyond mere childcare. High-quality early education programs foster curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, preparing children for lifelong learning. Also, early childhood education is not just babysitting, it's vital investment in a child's future. Joining us on the show to give us better understanding of this, especially because we have the early childhood conference coming up very soon, is a child care business expert and columnist, a speaker who assists school owners and practitioners to develop clarity of mind and enhance their leadership skills and embrace bigger vision. Welcome with us, Caroline Popola in the building.
Thank you so much for having me. I know, right?
First time, so they're like in front of the house.
I'll be having a seat.
Yes, good to have you back.
Thank you so much.
Before we go into the conference, give us an update on what you've been doing, especially when it comes to early childhood care, because this is something that we just do haphazardly around here, and there's no structure around it. If you can just give us an insight to what you've done so far and how we can begin to pay more attention to early childhood care.
Thank you so much, and that's a really good question, and that's a good question to start with. I say that to say it's not just here in Nigeria. It's across. It's a global issue, and I say that because until you know the difference in when you're talking about actual learning and being within early years and talking about babysitting, when you know the difference, that's when you then start to think and do differently. And I think the last time I came in, we talked about maybe not so much babysitting, but where we have a different culture in Nigeria or in Africa where we have nannies and stuff. And yes, it works for the culture and it's not wrong, but what's different or what you can do differently, it's taking that learning and bringing it home to your nannies and saying, this is how I would want my child to be brought up. Because say, if you can't afford to take them to a early learning center, you can still have that at home and bring education home. And in the conference we have, which is tomorrow, and it's so interesting, the topic is about building confidence in teachers and using simple resources, like the simple thing, like your simple mug or your table to make sound, and you're making different sounds. So if I do this, that's a different sound. If I do this, that's a different sound. Children will learn from that. And those are things your nannies at home can do with the children that would enhance their learning, that would their cognitive skills.
This thing does it now. What have I learned now? Like, I mean, like...
So, listening skills.
Okay.
That's listening. So in adulthood, you learn to, you're listening to me. Right. It's something you may not associate to early years, but it's something you learn from that age, that when you listen, you pay attention. So if I knock that or I knock the mug, that's a different sound. Yeah. You're able to differentiate or separate. Gotcha. So, and that's all learning. But we always think, oh, it's only when you have this book and when you have this maths or when you have English, or you can learn through anything. And that's what it's about. So you don't necessarily have to go to an early learning center, but bring it home and make it as simple as possible for your nannies, which fits the culture we have in Nigeria.
Okay, so I know that in the UK or even in Canada, that kids don't start school quite early. So they spend a lot of time at home with their parents or homeschool till a certain age, right? I think the UK is like 3 years or something.
Yeah, so they don't start they don't start mainstream school, but they still go to an early learning center. Okay. And I guess because the system we have encourages it. So again, I don't want to make it a government thing, but our government substitutes it. So we don't, as a parent, you don't pay the full whack or the full amount. The government will pay part of it. So that encourages you. The bottom line is they encourage you to go back to work as early as you can. That's all it is.
So basically, I just want to know, so what informed your decision? Because I can see that you're overseeing over 14 childcare settings in the UK, and there's still more in the pipeline. So what really triggered this passion in you?
So if I say this, it's almost like I can't say it on air, but originally, I'll be honest, it's money. Because I used to work in an insurance industry and in the banking industry in the city, you know, at the time, and I felt that, and I was made redundant, and I felt, what could I do that could tell people what to do and not do anything, that could just sit out? But obviously, that's a lie. I worked even hard, twice as hard or 3 times as hard. Hence the reason I feel, I'll say the Holy Spirit dropped it on me to say, all right, do this. And over the years, I've done it for 20 years. It'll be 21 years in September. I've never looked back. I couldn't ask for a better life. I couldn't ask for a better job to do that I feel like I'm changing lives and impacting. The best part is when you see a child you've looked after 3 months and they're 21 years and they come to you and you're thinking, no way. No, it can't be you. And you could imagine the way you've treated that child at that time. At 21, they look at you and they can tell you where to get off. Do you know what I mean? Yes. You know, but because you've been so good, I had someone sent an email to contacted me on Instagram, and he said, thank you for walking me home. You and your team for walking me home when mommy had it difficult. And you stand outside for mommy to come. I couldn't believe it. He's now a builder. He's 24 years old. And we walked him down when he was in year 5. Mommy was working hard, and we would say, because we can't leave him at home, mommy would meet us halfway and they'll go in together. And he said, thank you to myself and my team a few weeks ago. And that's why it's worth it.
Remembered.
So how has it been for you getting parents to subscribe, especially African parents or Nigerian parents?
Oh, you mean in terms of my business?
Yes.
It's so easy because once you have confidence in what you're delivering, you know it's about value. What am I giving to your child? What am I adding to your life as a family? What difference am I making to you? That's why you would subscribe. I don't have to beg. Because it's like your show. You have, what value are you giving? You don't have to beg people to watch. They just know, if I come here, I'm going to learn about this, and that's what it is. So it's the value you give, that's what brings the money in. So it's not about you seeking it, it's about you being confident in what you're offering and doing what you know would make a difference and impact generations to come. I mean, that one child.
Before I come to Moyo, because I don't as a conference, go ahead. Go ahead, Moyo.
No, go ahead then.
I wanted to ask about the conference because I know that was pretty important for us to know, because a lot of parents have heard you. They know that you're doing quite a bit for early childhood. So what exactly would they get from the conference?
So the conference really is for teachers, but parents are welcome. It's for teachers, and it's just to really help them to build their confidence, understand the value, like you've just asked me about why would you subscribe? The value we're adding to these teachers so they can deliver something different when they get to the classroom, when they have your children. They're not just looking at your child as just another child. They're looking at each other as an individual. That how can I meet this child's needs? How can I make a difference to this particular child? And that's what it's about. So building their confidence, adding value, and understanding simple resources, like we just said. So because what I get is, oh, in Nigeria, there's no money. And, you know, all of that stuff. It's like, oh, we can't afford these things here. It's okay for you to say that in the UK because you... But I'm saying simple resources, like simple stuff you pick on the street. As long as it's clean and you do the risk assessment around it, you can use it to build the child's knowledge, information, even their conversation. That's how they learn.
Okay, so they said by age 5, only 25% of a child's brain has developed. And we know that children, toddlers, let me use that phrase, are still building their mindset, they're still building their focus, they're still trying to understand and process a lot of things that we see. But we also understand that there are some children that they are actually, would I say special need, or would I say that they are more stubborn or more stressful? Is it a term that I can use like that?
Oh, I'll allow you.
Okay. or a bit more difficult to really understand. Like I know of a child that throws tantrum. Even his 1 year old brother does not do that. Any small thing, he falls. You understand? So how are we supposed to manage them? Because I don't think in Africa, I might be wrong, we have that patience that we are supposed to have to
and that's, do you know what? That's a really good question, Moya. And because life is not equal, fingers are not equal. Yes, we do have children that are challenging, even for us. And when they come into my setting, it could be challenging. But that's why you're in childcare. So not everyone's built for children. Not everyone's built for children. If you don't have the patience, even for those that are built for it, there are times when I say to my team, okay, I think take a break. I think you're done. You've had enough. Because that child may come in and that day they just decide they're going to just be the other way around and like literally just not have it. And I understand that. But it's knowing that child first. And that's why early learning centers are really key. Because your nannies at home will just think they're just being stubborn. But they're not being stubborn. They might have a condition that needs to be looked at. And I like the fact that even as Nigeria, in my coming, we've been aware. We're now aware of the fact that we do have children with ADHD or some element of ADHD that need to be looked at and studied differently and see how we can meet their needs. So it's having to know that individual child on a one-to-one and then having to answer and say, okay, how can we manage that child's behavior? But for everyone, there is a way. And also, it's that thing, they're actually much more intelligent than just our normal children. You'll be so surprised.
We have to wrap up with you, unfortunately. Time is fast spent, but we're hoping that teachers are listening today and are able to join the conference tomorrow. Hopefully they can learn. So I guess they can get more information from your website.
Do you know what, Morai? We've actually closed registration. We have over 4,300 registrations.
Oh, congratulations.
So it's just, thank you so much. So it's a thing that it sounds like everyone's listening and everyone's watching. From the first year of having 350 to 4 years of having 4,000 registrations, it's just incredible. And we don't even have enough space.
Oh, wow.
So for me, that means we're doing something different.
Are you going to stream online?
Unfortunately,
we are streaming online.
So that we have to cut off the new program. But thank you so much, Caroline. It's such a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's all we can take on today's show. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday. Or we'll see the Pigeon Ladies on tomorrow. Have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.
Bye.